Look out below. Hello, my name is Nomad, and today we're going to be covering the Rakta update, which released Tuesday of last week. I am a bit late. I'm recording this as of Saturday of the week. So yeah, I'm a bit late, but I'm going to be covering everything that's inside. I'm going to be covering Scripting 2.0, the new weapons, armor, and going to be covering some other things such as the postponement to the Unity 6. And I'm going to be covering some other things such as Warpfrog postponing their move to Unity 6. So, keep taking my lead. Stay on. Let's get right into it. Now here we have the Rakta armor, both for female and male. Now, this armor is really cool. This armor is actually probably the nicest looking armor. It looks modded, but in the best way possible. I just realized you're in the shadow. Go forward. Thank you. And you're in the shadows. Oh, okay. You fell. Anyway, here is the male Rakta armor. And here's the female Rakta armor. They're fine. They are completely and utterly fine. They're fine. Here is a better look at the Rakta armor in full view. As you can see, there's a little bit of armor stretching, as you can see, along the wrist, and I believe along like the neck area. But what's cool is that the mouth, for player lip sync, the mouth doesn't actually like move, but the mouth underneath moves. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to show you where all the soft points for each of the armor is in a few seconds. Don't mind that. Don't mind all this. That's nothing. Oh, you're still alive! Huh. Ye use you for the show. Come on, get up. Don't be shy. We're going to be using you to show where all the soft points are for the Rakta armor. So, bracers are metal. This is metal. Pauldrons they're a bit wonky. This is metal. The breastplate is metal. The helmet is metal. The shin pads, and I believe the tip of the toe? No, the tip of the toe is not. However, there's a little glitch for the male breastplate where it doesn't. I'll see if I can spawn in. So, here's the little bug. It is stabbable. It is stabbable through the plate, which is not great. Anyway, that's the Rakta armor. We're going to get into the weapons now. Starting us off, we have the rake sword, which is just a katana. It's pretty powerful. It's tier 4, and here's the stats for it. As you can see, don't mind these guys. They were here before I got here. Next up is the sword catcher, which we get a angry guy. Let's see if we can catch the sword. I failed that. Come on. They seem a bit confused. Come on, fight me! Fight me! I didn't want to fight me. Didn't want to fight me. But yeah, sword catcher. Here be the stats for the sword catcher. It's tier 2, and it can be from effects. Oh, look at that. Next up is the throwing stars, which are actually pretty cool because they actually spin. If we do a little slow motion here. We can see that's actually spinning, which is pretty cool. So let's get a little guy. I am horrible at throwing. But here is what the pouch looks like. Yes, these can be held item indeed. With lightning for the same throwing dagger effect. One please, one out. I don't know what happens. I've never really had a pouch run out. They just run out. You can't grab them anymore. Woo! Here is the stat for the throwing star. It's tier 2. Does good flesh and leather damage, not great pain damage, whatever. Next up, we have the Thunderer. I think that's how you say it. I could be immensely wrong. I love this thing. This thing is powerful. It is great if you can aim it correctly. And for some odd reason, it's fast. I think I just cut a vital. Oh, he's still alive. You can aim it right. It can be a pretty viable option to use, and that it is actually really peak. I love this thing. I've been doing Crystal Hunt, and I got the Rakta armor, and I've just been slowly collecting all the Rakta tools and weapons. This thing is one of my favorites, next to the next thing we're going to be talking about, which is the Great Iron. This thing is so heavy. Let's do that right there. This thing is so heavy. It's so much fun. It's so just heavy. Love it. And if you imbue it with gravity, you just got the best fucking mace ever. Yeah. This thing is a lot of fun to play around with. It is probably my favorite weapon added by the Rakta update, because it's just a lot of fun. And he's dead. Yeah, this thing is a lot of fun. It's really heavy. It is really heavy. As you can see, it is. Oh, it's heavy. You can't slosh it around. You need 2 hands, and even with 2 hands, it's really heavy. Here are the stats for the Great Iron. And I completely forgot the stats for the Thunderer. Here's the Thunderer stats. Next up, we have the comma, or the hand scythe, which they're just commas. Allow me to summon a guy. Little guy. Little goober. Oh, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting it to do that. These things are fun. They're just, I don't know. They're not the greatest. They're tier 0. You can't imbue them. You can't just chink and cut off a person. Unfortunate. But I guess it makes sense because it's tier 0. Doesn't have the greatest sharpness. These things are cool though. I love these things. Oh. Here's the stat for the hand scythe, if anyone is wondering. Next up is the glaive. I don't know the actual name. I will see it in a moment. But this is a glaive, and it's fun. I think it's tier 3, I think. Oh, it is fun. Okay. There go my 2 NPCs. And it stabs. It pierces really well. Yeah, it pierces surprisingly well. I thought it was going to have great pierce, because it's similarly shaped to Thunderer. But no, this thing has great pierce. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess if you just do it too fast, the handrail just doesn't block it, I guess? No, it's just not working for some odd reason. Alright, down you go. Yeah, this is the glaive. A really cool weapon. I haven't shown the imbue effects for any of these, but they have really nice imbue effects. Here's the stats for the cleaving staff. Next up is the double-bladed with a dual staff. This thing is fun. It is, you can imbue both sides with an element. And we'll do gravity on this side. Meaning that if I... Oh, it does both. Oh, I didn't know that. So right now, the thing, it does... If I, where's something I can pick up? Here we go. As you can see, it does both staff things at the same time. This was unintentional. According to a comment from Baron on Reddit, you were meant to have one of them. If you had your hand on this side and you press the Alt, it would only activate this side, and vice versa for this. It didn't do that for some odd reason. Oh no, no! It was a bug, I think, or it is still a bug. But I think it's getting fixed in the next update. Oh, I think this is probably my favorite combo. The gravity, lightning. That's probably my favorite. Let's see how that works against a bunch of NPCs. I'm gonna put you guys at third person's perspective. I love it. I love it. Oh, this thing is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to just mess around with. Yeah, a lot of fun to mess around with. You can also lightning and lightning. Also one of my favorites because you can do crowd control with it. Dual lightning whips. Very cool, very nice. I love this thing. I can't wait to see the bug fix for it. Yeah. Alright, now let's go see the stats for this thing. Here be the stats for the double crystal staff. Tier 2. Now, let's talk about some of the more technical changes that happened in the Rakta update for both Blade and Sorcery and Blade and Sorcery Nomad, mainly Nomad, as you'll see in a second. Starting with the move to Unity 6. That was postponed. For reasons unknown. I think it was just because it was too buggy to release so soon. They still got some little kinks to work out, but I would expect that the move to Unity 6 would be next beta update, so early 2026. I have no idea. Don't take my word for that, or take my word with a grain of salt. Whatever. I know what mods are expected to break with the move to Unity 6. I asked Deadly Kitten, the community manager, about it, and I'll show a screenshot here because I can't remember it. The gist of it is scripted mods and map mods are the ones that are expected to break. If I missed any, it'll be in the screenshot somewhere over here, or I don't know. Wherever editor me puts it. Some mods you can expect not to break are weapon and armor mods. They don't have any scripting, so they're fine. Any mods using event linkers I don't think, are expected to break. So things like Assassin's Arsenal, most of Blaze Ventura's mods, I think he's all an event linkers guy. Any weapons mods, like my mods, the Got a Sword, Helldiver 2 Sword, Traveler Sword, whatever. Those aren't expected to break, mainly because they aren't scripted and they aren't map mods. So yeah, that's all about the Unity 6 move. Now, let's talk about the main thing at hand, which is Nomad Scripting 2.0. Scripting 2.0 allows modders a more easier way to add their mods to Blade and Sorcery Nomad. Does this mean you can add most PCVR mods to Nomad? No. There may be some that work right off the box. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. It just seems too much of a risk. Too much of a risk. Yeah, so me personally, I wouldn't try installing any PCVR mods onto Nomad, just in case they do just not end up working. I know Crystallic is going to get ported once the remake of Crystallic is out. At the time of recording this, Arcana is out, Carnage Reborn is out, multiplayer mod is in development for Nomad, so I wouldn't get your hopes up for every PCVR mods. I would get your hopes up for ones that are announced to be getting ports. One last thing to Nomad players out there who probably do need to hear this. Don't harass modders to port their mods to Nomad. It isn't cool, and it will be less likely that that modder ports their mod to Nomad. No one likes being harassed about porting. Nobody likes being harassed in general. Think of it as you have spent a long time on this one project, and now you're getting harassed by this big community of people, and you're either gonna not gonna port it to not give them what they want because they're constantly harassing you, and sometimes people even send death threats to modders, which is not okay. Or B, just give up on the mod entirely, which kind of lame, kind of sucks. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to be a reason why people quit their mods. I'm probably blowing this out of proportion, but this is just my understanding of it. Is it okay to ask if they're going to port? I'd say yes, absolutely, as long as you check if they haven't answered previously using a search function in Discord, or check their FAQ on their Discord servers, or scrolling through the comments on their PCVR mod page or their mod page or whatever. That's okay. As long as you check all those sources first, it's okay to ask. Once you get your answer though, probably don't ask again. Modders are players like you and me. They make mods completely for free. They make them in their free time. They aren't a job. The amount of money they get off of Nexus, it's more of a side hustle than, like, it's not enough to sustain as much as like an actual job would, right? It's like a cool small side hustle. Like I got like like 50 cents from four mods. I can't put my thumb down. 4 mods. 3 mods. No, yeah, 4 mods. Yeah, got like 50 cents from 4 mods over the past month, right? But that's also because I'm a beginner modder, whatever. Don't harass modders to port to Nomad. They're players like you and me. They mod in their free time. It's not sustainable, and they mod for free. Alright? Now, that is everything new in the Rakta update for Blade and Sorcery Nomad. Please consider subscribing, as it really helps out, and it keeps my will to do these videos up. Goodbye. And now I end this with flashbang.